Marathoner Rebecca Cheptegei ran in the Paris Olympics last month. This week, her boyfriend doused her with gasoline and set her ablaze, police said, the third horrific killing of an Olympian in Kenya in recent years. In the past 3 years, 2 other female Olympians have been killed in Iten, Kenya, about 70 miles away from where Cheptegei died. The women were killed by their significant others, authorities said, bringing international attention to a pattern of domestic violence against female athletes who live and train in Kenya's Rift Valley region, home to some of the world's most elite runners. In October 2021, the body of Adams Tyrup, a rising star in distance running, was found inside her home with numerous stab wounds. She was in her running gear, a black sports bra and shorts, and likely going to a training session when her husband attacked her, authorities said. About 6 months later, marathoner Damaris Mutua's boyfriend allegedly strangled her and left a pillow over her face. He fled the country after the attack and has been a fugitive ever since, according to police. Tyrup's husband was arrested in the coastal city of Mombasa as he allegedly tried to leave the country, the Kenyan Directorate of Criminal Investigations said at the time. He's free on bail and his case is ongoing. He pleaded not guilty to murder, but admitted to killing Tyrup in an affidavit requesting bail, according to court documents. And as yet another killing stuns the nation's running community, activists and officials are calling for more action and resources in the ongoing fight against domestic violence. We must do more to combat gender-based violence in our society, which in recent years has reared its ugly head in elite sporting circles, Kenya's sports minister Kipchumba Murkomen said in a statement. Cheptegei ran for Uganda, but trained in Kenya. Her father told local media that she bought land in Trans Nzoia and built a house to be near the hub of long-distance training. His daughter and her boyfriend were fighting over the land shortly before the attack, Joseph Cheptegei said. Her boyfriend, who was also burned, is being treated at a hospital in the city of Eldoret. The deaths of the female athletes have sparked outrage and reignited calls for more action against domestic abuse. In 2022, a group of female athletes in the region formed Tyrup's Angels to educate runners about gender-based violence and engage Kenyan men and leaders on prevention efforts. The organization, which was named after Adams Tyrup, aimed to start a public conversation about the violence that female runners were privately facing, Joan Chelimo, one of the group's founders, told NYC News last year. We started Tyrup's Angels out of emotions. We were heartbroken, Chelimo said. We realized that female athletes are suffering, and they're silent. They needed to know they're not alone, and they have rights too. After Cheptegei's death, Tyrup's Angels said it was devastated to mourn yet another loss in the running community. Another talented athlete taken from us by the menace of gender-based violence, the group said in a statement Thursday. This ongoing violence must not be ignored. Cheptegei finished 44th in the women's marathon at the Paris Olympics. Tyrup had just returned from a race in Switzerland and had broken the women's 10 kilometers record in Germany a month before she was killed. Mucha, who had just placed third at a half marathon in Angola days before her death, was a bronze medalist at the 2010 Singapore Youth Olympics. Iten and its surrounding regions are revered training grounds for long-distance runners due to their crisp air and high altitude. Success in races overseas can mean brand sponsorships, stipends, performance bonuses, and sometimes paid travel expenses for races, resources that allow runners to participate in international competitions. This makes domestic violence especially prevalent in running communities in the region, said Chelimo, a long-distance runner who also trains in the area. A mix of potential wealth, fame, and a patriarchal culture, where a man is expected to be the breadwinner, leaves young, ambitious women either prey to unscrupulous men trying to get their hands on their future earnings or vulnerable to intimate partners who wish to control them, she said. Tyrup was 25, Mucha was 28, and Cheptegei was 33. We, society, don't protect these young women. We don't even give them training to advocate for themselves. We just expect them to run and break records. Where is the outrage? Where is the anger? Said Njeri Migwi, founder of Usikimi, an organization that provides refuge to victims of and gender-based violence across Kenya. As part of its education efforts, Tyrup's Angels brings in experts to help young runners live well-rounded lives and provides them with tips on financial literacy, investments, and relationship red flags.